All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at these problems. And what it says is that we want to measure each rectangle to the nearest quarter of an inch with your ruler. We're going to label the dimensions, then we're going to use that to find the area model, or the area model to find each area. And so what our lesson is about today is to find those dimensions and to be able to compute and calculate the model. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that on my ruler I am on inches. So a lot of rulers have two different sides. This side is your millimeter side, and then of course this side is your inch side, because inches are always bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start off, and I am going to measure this, and it looks like going this way. This rectangle is 2 inches, so that's a pretty easy one. But then when I take this to look here, my rectangle is actually 2.5 inches. And I'm just going to draw this line here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that this is 2 inches and this is 1/2 inch. Okay, so that when I go ahead and look for my dimensions, what I can do is kind of think about my area model and going back to multiplication. So I can find the area of this rectangle pretty quickly, or square, and then I can find the area of this rectangle pretty quickly, and then I can figure out the total area. So if I look at this, I know that this is 2 inches by 2 inches, so 2 times 2 is going to be 4 inches. Okay. This area would be 2 inches, so remember this is 2 inches here, so it's 2 inches times 1/2. So if I take 2 times 1/2, remember what you do is you do 2 times 1/2, 2 times 1 is 2. Remember there's that invisible 1 underneath. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 halves equals 1 inch. Inches squared, I should put squared here. So then if I were to take these two areas and add them up, the area of this rectangle is 5 inches squared. Okay, so not having to necessarily do a lot of math, it's just really looking at what the different areas are. So this next one is 1 inch, and I'm going to measure this. This is 1 inch, and it's going to be 3/4, okay? So that when I look at this, this is my 1/4, this is my 1/2, this is my 1/4. So you kind of have to know what the different tick marks on each of these rulers mean. So I'm going to go ahead and split that so that it's easy for me to compute this. Then I'm going to look over here, and it looks like it's a perfect square. Sorry, guys. So that means that it's going to be that 1 inch, and then it's going to be that 3/4 as well. So, oops. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw that line across. And I'm going to say, oh, yep, nope, I wanted to do that all right there. Okay, that this is 1 inch, oops, 1 inch, and this is going to be 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so then all I need to do, guys, is just kind of multiply these. So 1 times 1 is going to be 1 inch squared. 1 times 3/4 of an inch is going to be 3/4 inches squared. Okay, 1 inch times 3/4 again is 3/4 of an inch squared. Okay, and then this one I'm going to do 3/4 times 3/4. So if I have 3/4 times 3/4, all I do is just multiply straight across. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. Let's kind of think, can I simplify that? Nope, I can't. 9/16. So now what I need to do is I basically need to add up all 4 of these. So I have 1 inch squared plus 3/4 inch squared plus 3/4 inch squared plus 9/16 inch squared. Okay, now I can leave this one alone, but what I want to do is when I'm looking at all these fractions, I want to have that common denominator. To make this common, I need to multiply each of these by 4. Okay, I'm going to kind of take out the units. I know that when I'm done with this, my unit's going to be inches squared, but it's just going to kind of make it less busy. So I have 1 plus 3 times 4 is 12/16 plus 12/16 plus 9/16. Okay, so I'm going to keep this 1 by itself. I know that my denominator is going to be 16. I want to add 12 plus 12 plus 9. Well, 12 plus 12 is 24. Plus 9 is going to give me 33. okay? Can't leave that, so I'm gonna do 33 divided by 16. Oh, that goes in 2 times, minus 32. I get 1/16. So I've got this 1 plus this 2 and 1/16. So this area is 3 and 1/16 of an inch squared, okay? I know it's a lot of work, but because you are able to simplify this down, it makes it a lot easier, okay? Alrighty, so I have, again, 2 3/4. So here's that 3/4 of an inch, and here's 2 inches, okay? And down here, oh, so nice, 2 inches. So this is going to be 2 inches. So I'm just gonna draw this line right down here, okay? So I can do 2 times 2 is going to be 4 inches squared, and then it's gonna be 2 times 3/4. So 2 times 3/4, and remember all you do is multiply straight across. 2 times 3 is 6, and then 1, remember there's your invisible 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Let's simplify that. So I've got 6 divided by 4 goes in once, minus 4 equals 2. I get 1 2/4, or 1 1/2 inch squared. If I add these two together, I get 5 inches, 5 1/2 inch squared is the area, okay? So let's go ahead and do this. So this one's going to be 2 1/4. So here's 2 inches, here's 1/4. Okay, let's look here, 3 1/4. So that's not too bad, okay? So this is 3, and then this is 1/4 of an inch. So this will be pretty simple. So all I need to do is I need to look here. I'm gonna do 2 times 3 is going to be 6 inches squared, okay? Then I can take 2 times 1/4. So if I do 2 times 1/4, remember when I multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2. Then 1 times 4 is 4, or 1/2. So this is 1/2 of an inch squared, okay? Then I'm gonna do 3 times 1/4. So 3 times 1/4, multiply straight across. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 1 is 4. So this one is, I'm gonna kind of draw this sideways because I don't have enough room, okay? And then I'm gonna do 1/4 times 1/4. So 1/4 times 1/4. 1 times 1 is 1. 4 times 4 is 16. So that is 1/16 inches squared, okay? So now what I wanna do is I wanna add all of these up. So I'm going to add 6 plus 1/2 plus 1/16 plus 3/4. And what I need to do is I need to create this into 16ths. Multiply this by 8, multiply this by 4. Remember I have my 6. 6 and 8, 6 plus 8/16 plus 1/16 plus 12/16. I'm gonna get 6, and then 8, I'm gonna kind of do this a little different because 8 plus 12 is going to be 20, plus 1 is 21/16. Can't leave that. 21 divided by 16 goes in 1 time, minus 16, 2, 1, 11, 5/16. 1 5/16, can't simplify that. So I've got 6 and 1 5/16. So the area is 7 5/16 of an inch squared, okay? All we're doing for today is we're breaking this up so that we can then go ahead and multiply it easier and add it together.